leaders are those that come and change the way we look at what is existing before them. The way we look at a category in the case of a brand, where we look at the world or a new way of imagining something, of consuming something. They make us see things differently. Leadership is almost, the most inspirational leadership is always idea-driven. Idea-driven. It is a new idea. Okay. It is a new way of thinking about things, which then translates into action. Mm-hmm. Because ideas go beyond individual discrete actions. Efficiency is not the same thing as leadership. Yeah. Running an operationally efficient unit is good management.
Yes.
But it is not necessarily leadership. Leadership is, for instance, I took the example of some of the legacy companies. So for instance, the Cadbury's in India has always been a leader, synonymous with chocolate. But when it decided to expand the market by imagining itself and making us look upon it as an extension of an Indian sweet.
The celebrations.
The celebrations, and then the whole idea of kuch meetha ho jaye, and that is when, as an idea, it took a leap forward. They have understood the fact in India you need to adapt, you need to have a cultural dimension to marketing, and so therefore they become an inspiration not just in foods but to anybody coming into India. Trust grows in difficult times. So when I know that it was difficult for somebody to speak the truth, and somebody speaks the truth to me, I may not like it in that particular interaction, but over a period of time, trust gets built, forged in a sense in trying circumstances. I mean, that's when trust becomes, because it becomes valuable, then it comes into play much more at a time like that than otherwise. Any trust is about going beyond the transaction at a certain level. Anthropologists talk about the fact that all relationships in a sense are based on a certain amount of reciprocity. And they say that, there is a sort of a general reciprocity versus a specific reciprocity. A transaction is about specific reciprocity. You give me money, I give you something. General reciprocity is what we understand relationships as, which is that, it's like in Godfather, they say that I do you a favor and maybe one day I will ask you for a favor. But it doesn't mean I'll ask you for it today. In a sense, trust is about that two-way, the reciprocity that is symmetrical. It may not be in the here and now, but it's symmetrical.